Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. Well, we're back, and we just got finished watching what was it?
I Am.
I Am by Celine Dion.
Yeah, it was, honestly.
Tear jerker. I have been wanting to read on her for the last month, but it wasn't meant for me to read on her. But let me tell you a little bit about it. It goes through how she deals with this, what is it?
Stiff person syndrome. Yeah.
You know, I don't even know what to say.
All I have to do is commend her for being so bold. I mean, true to an Aries, but I just commend her for being so bold in showing what it was really like to have an episode or flare-up of stiff person.
I literally was crying.
Yeah, I felt for her on that one.
I mean, I had no words. I thought that I would just come in and zoom through it, and Baby Crone didn't take notes. Because, you know, Baby Crone was in there looking at it, but on the phone. But it got interesting, and by her not taking notes, she just, that throws me off. But it's not your fault. I'm looking at that Aries right there.
Oh,
but
right in your face.
What I want to go, it goes through her whole life. And it shows how she can't hit the notes anymore.
Yeah.
And it shows how her fingers just quit her body, how her face, how her face gets frozen like that.
Yeah.
Her fingers, her feet. It was sad. I mean, and she had a seizure, and it was just at the end she let the cameras roll because I told Baby Crone she was stressing herself out.
Yes,
because she couldn't hit those notes, and whatever the stiff person disease, one of the things is triggered by stress. But doesn't stress trigger a lot of things?
Yes, it does. Stress is very negative to the body.
I mean, stress trigger anxiety in me.
Yes.
So it is crazy. Go ahead, baby.
Actually, stress is a trigger response to your stimulation response to your outside environment. So however your nervous system is feeling is going to trigger how anxious or how stressed you are, and also prolonged stress to the body is not good because certain hormones are activated while other hormones are not because you're stressed in a high intense state. And basically stress feels like a fight or flight response. That's how intense it is for the body.
That was just a moment. This prayers going up for that woman. Oh my God. And the thing is, she just can't hit those notes anymore. She can hit them on a good day.
Yes, on a good
day. But
I
understand why she can't do shows. She said that she would do shows, do half of the shows, and when it was time for her to change, she couldn't even come back to the stage. And she said she see herself as an apple tree. And if she can't get the apples, she don't want people standing in line to buy those tickets. I think that's a lot to be said about that.
Yes.
I mean, I had a new profound love for Celine Dion. What's her name?
Dion.
You know, she's the one that she sang the song for the Titanic with Leonardo DiCaprio, I Will Live On. I mean, it just gives me chills just to think about it. So I want to read on it till I'm feeling the energy. So let's see how this goes. I want to know how her health is. Well, I know how her health is. I want to know if she's going to beat this thing, if she's going to come back. I don't think so.
No.
Before I start, I don't think so. Because it's so often and so random. And that she has to have therapy and it just can happen anywhere. And it's like having anxiety. Once it's triggered, it's triggered.
Right.
And like somebody with a seizure, it's like once you can only do what you can do.
Right.
And the medicine she takes. And singing, not only could she sing, she was a professional dancer. She could play the piano. She come from a family where they had 13 or 14 children.
Yes.
Where I think she was the youngest or close to it. And her mother and father played instruments, and that's how they met. And I don't know. I thought that I had it all in my mind, but as I sit back, it's the grief of it
Yes.
that just, I'm going to read her cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know, is Celine going to come back to the stage? She might do a movie, or she could do a voiceover, or a little singing a song or something.
Mm-hmm.
But to do a full show,
Yeah.
it would stress her body too bad.
Mm-hmm. And just like she's making this documentary now, I believe she said that she's been dealing with this for 17 years.
It just got to the place she said, I couldn't fake it no more. Did she say she want to come back even if she had to call to the stage?
Yep, she did.
So when I think about they want to talk. So when she come back so when I think of the Academy, when Taylor Swift didn't really acknowledge her, it means something to me now.
Okay.
Because she is a legend.
Yes.
And she was famous all over the world. She could sing opera. Yeah. She spoke French and English and other languages. She sang in other languages.
Yes.
She sang opera. This woman, words escape me. She is what they call them, they call it the best to ever had. What is it?
Oh, the GOAT?
She's the GOAT. She's the GOAT. I think about it, I could cry when I think about it. And it wasn't like she was telling the story to make you cry. She was telling the story like, this is my life now.
Yes.
That Celine Dion is gone.
Mm-hmm.
This is my life now. And to see, she loved singing.
Yes.
She loved it. That was all she ever wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it's like taken away from her.
Yeah.
She had 2 boys that was a twin, but I think she had 3 sons. Am I right? She had 1, and then she had a set of twins, right?
Let me see.
How old is her oldest son? I know in the beginning, they showed a young man on a ride.
Yes, she does have 3 sons.
But how old is her oldest boy? He gotta be a teenager, up there in age a little.
If I am reading this correctly, 23.
Okay, because they showed him, and her other 2 boys
are 13 years old.
And they a set of twins.
Mm-hmm.
So here is Celine Dion. What's going on in Celine's life? How is she coping with this? What is her, I'll ask that. I want to know what is the end result.
Okay.
I want to know what is the end result when I'm finished. I want that to be kind of my last question.
Okay.
But right now, I just want to know, what is it? How is Celine Dion dealing with it? First of all, I want to know the state of Celine Dion. She's a sword, air, mental, victorious against all odds. Swords are the beginning of friction.
Mm-hmm.
Swords have to deal with the air, the energy in the air, the airwaves, AI. Swords is, everything with swords is about struggle. Even though it has a wreath, meaning I am the ace of swords. I am the beginning, and I am victorious because I understand the ins and outs, because I am the be-all of swords. Next to the ace of swords would be the king. You understand? Mm-hmm. So, and over the king would be the emperor, right?
Yeah.
So the emperor would it be over the ace? I'm not quite sure, but it's definitely over the king. I don't think it would be over the ace because the ace runs its own dominion, its own house, its house of struggle. This is the house of struggle. This is what aces are. It is the house of struggle. That's the best I could say about it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't, but it always shows too that you can be victorious over the struggle. My goodness, the spirit is talking. So I'm going to let the spirit talk. So her block is leaving something behind.
Mm-hmm.
Her block is leaving her life, her work, everything that she lived for, everything she desired, everything she worked for. The dancing, the singing, she just can't hit it. And I remember she began to explain how voices are vocal cords. And even though she could go high, but it doesn't matter if it can go high, if it can't go low. You got to be going like, me, 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 me. And she can go, if you're going, me, 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 you can't. And she began to explain how the stretching of the chords and how she knew. Even though we're listening, I think she's sounding good, but you can hear the clanks in it. But she explained that. I didn't do a good job, but it just lets me know that she's leaving something behind. Troubled waters. That's what I see, trying to move on and accept it to bring the calm in her life. And she has doctors that come to her house, give her IV. She has physical therapy. She's on medication. Yeah. This woman is going through. And as you know, she stands for the sword. So I see victorious in that. Whatever it is victorious. But that would just be like an Aries. Yeah. A strong Aries. A strong, I ain't talking about no broke Aries, not broke down, but a strong, this was a strong Aries, look like they look at adversities and they look them in the mouth. And I see her with her 2 baby boys and she's moving forward to the heart of me. And that would be my left chakra. What is the heart of the matter? Judgment. What does this mean? That means that you have to accept the things that you can't change. She can't change it. She can't change it. It took her career. She can't change it. It is. And judge it means accept your change so you can what? Move on. Accept it or you'll stay stuck. Accept it so she can move on. In her head, we see the devil. You know, I never see the devil show up like this. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. So in her head, this is torment, but that would only be fitting because of the swords, the struggle. She is in deep conflict. In other words, she had nightmares. This struggle her soul. This is that she wars against negativity. She wars against self-doubt. She wars because anything that we know about the devil, I don't believe in a devil, but we're just saying negative energy. We're just gonna call it a devil. Yes. And that is, it lies. So she deals with the lies. She deals with the things that it say. You're not no good. You're not the same. Nobody gonna want you. All the lies and deception that comes with it. This is her torment. This is her cross. Every time she goes through this thing, the devil is there. And when you see her body twist, you seen her hand. They had her laying on her stomach and they put her head in the thing as he massaged her. But as he did, he said she went into a seizure. And then when she came out, her face was frozen. And then you knew she was, because her eyes was fixated. And so when she came out of it, she was able to squeeze his hand. And after they put that stuff up her nose. So to the right of me, her right hand, her strength. What is that saying? She's still figuring it out. She's still searching and looking. And I think that she did this documentary, A, to say goodbye, to let us know what really is going on, and B, to say, I'm not giving up. If there is any way I can get back to that stage, if I got to crawl, I'll get back there. But I see her searching. And on the earth of her, I just see again, just a whole lot of illusions, a whole lot of, she's trying not to get false hope. You know, I'm coming back, you know, I'm going to be one. It's like she's going through that because that's earth. I'm going to be all right. I'm going to beat this thing. You know, the devil is a liar, the truth not in it. You know, she's fighting that on one hand, but they're illusions. Mm-hmm. They're not real. They're just her thoughts to keep her encouraged and to keep her strong. Mm-hmm. That's what that is. I want to know, is it a good life overall?
Okay.
Overall, when I say a good life, I mean, I know this has to wreak havoc on her immune system. I want to know, just by the display of cards, does this shorten her lifespan?
That's a good question.
I can only go good and negative. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Everything I say is allegedly. Well, we see the Knight of Wands, so it's energy, but it's moving outward. We see the Ten of Cups, so we see that the Knight has done what it did. It placed the energy, and it is hopeful. And last, yes, enlightenment. No, I don't think this is a disease that will kill her.
Okay.
It will be a disease that it will weaken her immune system. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It definitely have her wondering and thinking, because when she go through those things, maybe it challenges she even want to live. But because of her sons, and she's an Aries, she ain't going to want to leave them boys. That is her reason. And you know what? For all of you out there, believe in God or believe in the universe or believe in your ancestors, I can say that. I'll say this, God have a plan. And I think the plan is to keep her living. I think if she didn't have the boys, I don't know what she would do.
Right.
Because she doesn't have her husband. And so this, but she got those 13-year-old boys. And I think that's her lifeline. I thank God she had boys. Baby Crone, you have a question?
Yes, my question is, how is Celine coping with having stiff person syndrome?
Well, financially, she's good. Mental. It's mental. She's still saying, like, I gotta work. I want to make money. I don't even know if she needs it. But I guess she's looking long term. Because if you constantly taking, I don't care if you have millions, if you constantly taking for your health and this and that, it goes down. So I'm thinking, and when I think of the King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles can be very frugal with his money. The King of Pentacles is wise with money, smart with money, know how to make good investments, sound investment. It's not the King of Pentacles for nothing.
That's true.
Here I see the Queen, the Ace, but I see the Queen. And here what that tells me, I'm determined. I'm going to fight. I'm going to keep on. Even if it's little stuff, okay. I'm not giving up. Not all of me. It's a flare-up disease. It's not like you get like that and stay like that. You get like that, she could be like that for an hour. They brought her down. I don't know how it worked. Just don't let it come near me or mine.
Yes.
But I definitely see a warrior, a woman that is very strong, a woman that can deal with stuff. Even though she may break at moments, but she know how to stand strong and sturdy. Here, I see the Five of Cups. That lets me know she's grieving the loss.
Okay.
The loss of her career. She has a career, but a little bit career, if that makes sense. Yeah. It ain't gone, but it's a little ray of sunshine there. And I see that she's right there. She's right there with her two boys behind her. Mm-hmm. And she's right there looking at what is lost. But not all is lost. Right. Not all. She can sing, she can still sing, not like she used to. Right. Not like those hard, high notes and holding them. Mm-hmm. She probably couldn't sing opera like that. Not, and she probably couldn't sing for long periods of time because of the mental stress they were talking about.
Mhm.
So I see her looking at it with a loss, a grieving. And I think this is what the king, this is that queen. Keep her focused. Stop dwelling on that. Stop looking at what you have, look at what you don't have, and look at what you do have. I want to know, does she have love in her life? Like, do she have a significant other?
That's a good one.
I see the Ace of Wands. I see the Four of Wands. This last card is going to definitely tell me because I see this clearly. I knew it. No. And the reason why I see Ace, and Ace is about fire. Ace is about sexual energy. Aces is about anything that can cause create.
Yes.
Lightning, anything that can cause something to grow, cause something to work, an idea, a thought that can live.
Yes.
And I see that it's not dead in her, but I think she's just not ready because of her sickness. And I think that her past. I think that when I think the night, and it would take a certain kind of man to deal with these kind of things. Everybody can't deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that there is a night, and maybe there is someone coming in, a night, but this night is going to be, what is the word I want to use? Could be reckless.
Okay.
Strong, but act out of emotions. Just no, not act out of. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm dashing in. I want to save the world like the Crusader. This is what this is. It's like I'm coming in, like it's air. I'm coming in, and I think that right now, if it is someone, they are on the outskirts of her life.
Okay.
One of the things I know about her, she is full of creativity.
She is.
She is funny though.
Mm-hmm.
She is funny. She's a very funny woman, and I could see how people could love her.
Yeah.
Okay. You have another question?
Yes, my question,
I'm getting hungry.
I feel you. My next question is going to be.
Go ahead. You want one?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. My next question is going to be how does Selena's how does her family, like her two sons or her children feel?
And her sisters and brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't know what to do. They feel blind. They feel lost. They feel helpless. When decisions have to be made, they don't know what to do. They're hopeful. Excuse me. They hope that she gets over it. I'm sorry. They hope that she fights it and that she wins. And they hope that she get a career back. And they probably there encouraging her and letting her know you can do this. But it's a struggle.
Well, that's 3 2s in a row.
What does that mean? And that last question, what was it, baby Crone?
How does her family feel?
No. When we see her family is perplexed by it. It had to be devastating news.
Mm-hmm.
Her family is hoping that she can be able to work and that it can be cured.
Here it says 3 2s represent segregation or cliques or setting apart from others.
Well, she is set apart from what she loved.
Yeah.
From the music, her friends, she's set apart. It's true. What was the last question I told you to ask?
Yes, the last question is, what will be the end result for Celine Dion?
What is the end result for Celine Dion? Let me name my 3 cards. The end result that I see for Celine Dion is struggle, pain, darkness, suffering. With some good days. With some good days. But much sorrow. Much sorrow. But I also see someone that is strong and courageous, and that she has a lot of fire in her. She got fire shut up in her bones. But it seems like even though she has the fire, you see the sunflower, you see all that light, but then there it is again, that sword shows up. And when she thinks she's doing good, she has to fight against that stiff person's disease.
Yes.
It's on-giving. And justice says that she'll make her peace with it. It is what it is. And from the way that the cards are looking, let me make sure. Yeah, it's the Fool. It is a way of life. This ain't going nowhere no time soon. If anything at all, it'll probably get worse.
Yes.
As she old. And the only reason why I said it is because of this.
Mm-hmm. And it took her 17 years just to get here.
Just to get here. So this is deteriorating. But I don't, if she were to die, it probably would be because of complications.
Right.
Much sorrow. And when I see that, I just see the piercing of her heart of her 3 boys. I definitely see much sorrow, and I definitely see that she's hanging in there. She's full of life, though. She's got a lot of life, but when that thing strikes, it strikes. But justice is there, and justice saying that she has the strength and the tenacity to finish this life, to do what she want to do what she want to do. And like the Fool, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. The Fool doesn't know danger. The Fool says, look, I'm going to do this thing. The Fool says, I'm going to go out on that stage. The Fool says, I'm not going to let this beat me.
Yeah.
The Fool says, I don't care what it looked like. I don't care what they say. I'm going to win this thing. That's the Fool. He walks through the light with his eyes wide open. He sees but he don't see. He sees what he want to see. It could be a burning building and he's like, but that flame feel good. Let me get close to it. You know, he sees, you see, he's walking off of a cliff, but he doesn't care. And even though the dog is saying, don't walk off that cliff, he don't care because he's fearless. He doesn't know fear like that. The only fear he knows is the fear that says, I can't. And that's the Fool. He's going to fight against the fears and the dark places.
Yeah.
And for that reason, that is who Celine Dion showed me who she was.
It's definitely true.
I know my future looked bleak. And I know it's suffering. I'm letting you in. This has been 17 years of me, hiding and ducking, calling off concerts, having to do a concert and then in the middle go out for a change and don't come back. Seeing those people stand out in lines and I can't take their money. She ran it down.
Yeah, she really did.
But like the Fool, she says, I don't want to take their money. So I think if she could do a little concert for a little, like a song or two for free, she'll do it.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to take somebody's money and can't deliver.
Mm-hmm.
That's a beautiful soul to me. So you have any more questions?
No, I think that was a great way to end it.
I think so too. Excuse me.
All we can really say to that is prayers to Celine Dion.
Prayers to her. She is courageous. I thank you for making that documentary.
Yes.
If you want it, if you don't want tearjerkers, don't watch it. But if you want to know about Celine Dion, it came on June the 7th, 17th, and that was Netflix.
No, Amazon.
I'm sorry. Amazon what?
On the Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. If you can get a chance, watch it. It was moving. It was touching. And the last song that she sang when she came out of that last episode that they filmed, when you seen her hands, her body, her face, she was on her back. They had to turn because she couldn't even move.
She was on her stomach.
She was on her stomach. And he realized she was having a seizure. So her body had just stiffened. And the pain, I can't even imagine it. I just don't want it. And I hope that it's not hereditary to her children.
That is the problem with rare diseases.
Yeah, well, we know. Is it a Caucasian disease? I'm not saying that as a racist
yes,
thing.
No, I understand.
After knowing my blood type, I'm just scared. Like that, and I say it out of love. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. Can it be passed on? It's such a rare disease. Yes. It's not like a lot of people have it.
Right.
I mean, people have it. She's not the only one.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It said that it was rare, but it didn't say what groups could have it, but they did say it is an autoimmune disease.
I knew that it was that.
Yeah, as well as a neurological one, which I knew that was.
Right. So with that being said, there you have it. Peace go up to Celine Dion and her boys and her family and her friends. Peace to her. It was a very good documentary. She was open. She really was honest. She was in your face. There was only one negativity I had.
What?
And that was she had a warehouse like Kim Kardashian.
Yes, she really did.
Filled.
Yes.
Outside
with memories.
With nothing but memories. That's what Kimberly said. Mm-hmm. Things she'll never wear. I mean, just a huge warehouse of clothes, shoes, you name it, it was in there.
Yes, it was.
That was, and that's not a negativity. That's just money. That's all I'm saying.
A hoarder with money.
A hoarder. That's hoarding. That's what that is. Yes. A hoarding and all that money that was in there. So with that being said, we hope we enjoyed our reading. We didn't mean anything negative. No. Our love and support go to Celine Dion. Yes. And I always loved her music. And with that being said, we truly say, thumb us up.
Yes.
Subscribe if you haven't.
Yes.
And if you made it this far, please don't forget to click the button. And with that being said, sunflowers!